Hello everyone, I am back today with some lipstick swatches. Yes, so I want to apologize. The lighting's going to be cutting in and out for the remainder of this video. It was cloudy all day. I jump on it and of course the clouds go away and they change the lighting. And you know, some people say that the most difficult part about these channels is getting viewers, and I'm going to say it's lighting, especially when you live in an apartment and there's no other room to set up. Yay, big city living, but that's okay. We're still going to make this work, and so here we go. So the company that I am talking about today actually is big in the nail polish industry, and that is Zoya. I think anyone who's into nail polish knows Zoya, loves Zoya. It's one of my favorites. I have about 30 bottles. Yes, I have a problem. I love nail polish, but I absolutely love Zoya and its formula and its color range and just kind of the philosophy of the company. So I'm a huge fan. But they also, of course, want to branch out into other areas, which is quite normal, you know, in the makeup industry. You don't want it to stay pigeonholed, and there's a lot more profits elsewhere. So they started adding lipsticks, I think over a year ago, and I had a couple, but I really didn't use them. I have so much makeup I'm going through that things kind of got pushed to the side, including Zoya. But recently I started wearing them again. But what I'm going to do, because I had a big Zoya haul here recently, is swatch these bad boys. So what I do want to point out when I start swatching these is there's different coverage with these. Some of them are full coverage, some of them are a little bit more matte, some of them are more opaque covering, so it's just different depending on what you're looking at. They really do have a lot of different finishes, so I really don't know what to expect with some of these because, again, I have not worn many of these. So here we go. The first one is Wren that I have, and it is the lightest of the group. And it's a nice kind of almost like beigey, peachy color. So of course this is more in the realm of a warm tone than cool. But let's see if maybe it goes a little bit more neutral, and here we are. This is Wren. Most definitely a warm tone. Most definitely. Now, I have not worn this one because this is actually the first time I've really seen it. I can't usually pull off tones like this. It is very warm. I do love it. If you have a warm tone, this is going to be perfect for you, especially at this time of year. It is still summer until September 21st. Damn it, though people are telling me otherwise. I know, I'm one of those summer people, and everybody's like, oh no, it's September 1st, it's fall. September 21st, peeps. But that's okay. So you can still wear these colors, and actually the coral and, you know, kind of these summery beachy colors can continue into fall. And I think this is a really nice color for warm tones. Went on pretty smoothly, pretty moisturizing. I don't know if it's the right color for me, but again, I'm cool tone. But for you warm tone girls, this is perfect for summer, heading into fall. I think it's a great color. So the next color of the collection is Kitty, and here it is. This is really pretty kind of opally looking kind of pink tone. Well, mauve. It's a very mauve, but I can see that it has some golden tones into it, so this one should be interesting. This is Kitty. So this one's very interesting because it's almost like almost like a light berry color, like a really washed out strawberry color. But the thing is, it's not nearly as mauve as I thought it would be looking at it. But it definitely has a gold shimmer to it. And you can definitely see it in the lipstick, and it does show up on the lips. But what's interesting is I think even though it does lean more towards a warm tone, I think cool girls could pull it off as well, even with the gold flecks in it, partly because of the berry coloring in it. So it's kind of interesting because it goes warm, goes cool, it can go almost any way. When I was putting it on, I wasn't sure if you could see, but it wasn't opaque. So this one is one of the ones that you're going to have to build up slowly. And to get more coverage, you could do less, just one swipe, and it's going to be very light, or you can build it up. But even building it up, it's not fully opaque. So this is very much a light kind of color, which is great for spring and for summer. That's not overly bold, but a light hint. It went on pretty smoothly. feels moisturizing, no issues. So the next color is Belle, which is kind of similar to the last one, though a little bit lighter in shade. It definitely is a little bit lighter in shade and looks a little bit warmer, but I could be wrong. Here we go. This is Belle. So this one's a little bit deceptive. It looked very similar to Kitty, but this is your Barbie pink of the collection right there. There's no denying that. And looking at it, it actually isn't as warm as I thought it would be. This is one that I haven't seen, so I keep staring at it. But yeah, it does have a little bit more of a warm sheen to it, but I really think almost anyone can wear it. Even being a neutral girl, I think I could pull this off. It's just I don't tend to wear shades like this because I'm not really big into Barbie pink colors, but that's just me. It's a preference thing. You may really love it, and I think it's a really pretty color. As you can see, when I was putting it on, you do have to build it up. I had to go around, let's say 3 or 4 times for it to become more opaque, but once it is, it was quite comfortable going on. Again, I feel that it's very moisturizing. What I will say is this one was a little bit more waxy with a little bit more pull when I was putting it on than the other two that went on a little bit more smoothly. So just know the Kitty has a little bit more pull. There's going to have to be a little bit more buildup, but in the end, you get a really nice color. So the next color is Violette right here. And this is just a pretty like purpley berry color, and I love this. I've actually worn this one, but I haven't worn it for like about a month and a half, so I kind of forgot what it looks like. So I'm going to revisit it right now. So this is Violette. I kind of feel sorry that I forgot about this one because I actually really like this one. I don't necessarily like Barbie pinks, but I'll definitely go for these purpley darker pink ones. I absolutely love them, especially with minimal eye makeup. You know, just a light crease color with the mascara and eyeliner and I'm out. I freaking love that. It's just quick in the morning and go, and then you make a statement with the lipstick that you're wearing, and this is perfect. Violette is perfect for this. It's heading into fall, so I don't know how much more of this I could get, maybe through September, but you know what? I think I will because I actually really love this. As you can see, when I was putting it on, it was a lot more opaque at the first time, a lot more creamy than the last one, which was Kitty. I love this one. It's really smooth, creamy. You only have to go around once or twice, and it is a gorgeous color, so this one, big thumbs up. So the next color is K. It is a really pretty color. I have not tried this one, so I'm curious to see how it will look. This is K. So this isn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be, because when you look at it, it's kind of intimidating, but it's a very sheer color. I'm sure you can see when it first went on, this is one that you're going to have to build up, and even when you build it up, it still is not fully opaque, which I kind of like because it makes it a lot more wearable, I think, for everyone. It's a really pretty color, and I think a lot less scary than when I first thought because it is very sheer. It's extremely moisturizing and it went on really smoothly. What I'm finding with these is with the newer ones, when you first put it on, there's almost like a coat of wax on the lipstick, and then when you use it and keep using it, it disappears and it's a lot more user-friendly. So you just have to get past that first application, and from there you are golden. The next color is Kirby. Wow. So this one's also really bright. I think it's a different finish. Well, it's actually pretty close to K. If you look at it, it's just K's a little bit darker, but they're kind of in the same area, same genre, but this one is a little, Kirby is a little bit lighter. I don't know if it's supposed to be opaque or sheer, but here we go. This is Kirby. This one's interesting because I expected it to be very different. Just looking at it, it seems a lot more intimidating in the tube. Again, I think what makes these brighter colors is that Zoya has decided to make them more sheer, so it's almost like not a hint of color, because it's definitely not a hint, but it's not opaque, so it becomes more user-friendly. Again, this is more of a warm tone. It's almost like a warm tone Barbie pink, but a little bit darker. So I think this is really great and going to complement a lot of different complexions, especially if you have a nice medium tone, even a darker tone, tan. Okay, so the next color is called Mellie. Yeah, this one is quite bright. I have not tried this. I think this is one of the newer ones from their collections, and it's a little intimidating. And I love bold colors, but I don't tend to use the bold, bright colors as much as I do the darker, more vampy colors during the fall and winter. But who knows? This may be another one of those sheer ones that trick you. Oh no, that is not the case. This is Mellie. So this was a surprise to me. I'm sure you can see when I was putting this on, it is kind of a sloppy application, I apologize, I thought it was going to be another one of those bright colors that's a sheer. No. First swipe, it was apparent that this one was not a sheer, and it was full coverage, and full coverage it is. I actually love this color. I didn't think I would. I absolutely adore this color. It is more cool tone. It's almost like a cool tone strawberry red. So if you're afraid of going full on into bright red lipstick, this is a nice step into it, because it is, like I said, a very light strawberry red, but it would do a lot better on cool tone than a warm tone, most definitely, because I'm finding it working for me. But I love this color. I didn't think I would. I was a little intimidated by it, but this is great. It goes on really smoothly, actually, and it's quite moisturizing when it's on. I know, I keep staring because I love this. I'm like, I think I just found one of my new pinkish reds. I love it. Nothing negative to say about this. Though, I will say when I try to clean up a little bit, it did stain my finger. So this is going to leave some major staining on my lips, guaranteed, because I had to scrub my finger on my wipey here. Yeah, but it's red. I mean, what do you expect? So it's not too surprising, you know. Okay, so Mellie wasn't as staining as I thought it would be. I mean, yeah, there's a little staining, but it really isn't that bad. So the next one is Paisley, and I have worn this one, and it's almost like this beautiful purpley mauve color, and I love this color. It's actually one of my favorites, and you will see why. So this is Paisley. I really love this color. You know, it looks a lot more intimidating. Near the lips, you can see they're not even close to each other in color. It's a lot darker than what it goes on onto the lips, and part of it is it's more of a sheer consistency than it is a full coverage. And I just think it would suit so many different people. You know, I think this color, I love colors like this, but some people, they're like, no. This isn't that. It's very wearable. I think it's very wearable. It's more of a cool tone, but I would say heading into neutral, so I think it would work on many different complexions. I just think it's beautiful. I love this. It's extremely moisturizing. It's extremely user-friendly. I love this color. I think it's great late summer, heading into fall. Very moisturizing. One of my favorites of the collection. So, the next color is Jasmine. Yes, how beautiful is that? It's kind of reminiscent of, there we go. It's kind of reminiscent of Paisley, though Paisley, sorry if this is hard to do, is a little bit lighter. So I'm wondering if Jasmine's going to be more opaque, but they're very, very similar, as you can see. So I'm curious, obviously both a little bit more cool tone. I'm just wondering if Jasmine is going to be a little bit more opaque, because I have not used this color. And the answer is yes. This is Jasmine. I love it. It's that perfect berry cool tone look that I always gravitate towards. If you were disappointed in the way that Paisley looked because it was a little bit washed out, because it is sheer, this makes up for it. This is the full coverage that you were looking for. Now the application is a little bit sloppy, I see. I'm trying to fix that a little bit. Ah, it's a little off. I'm gonna quit messing with it. The problem that I have with this, it's a beautiful color, but what I will say is that this one, the more opaque lipsticks of Zoya's tend to be a little bit drier when going on, and there is a little bit more pull than lighter sheer colors. Those tend to be a little bit smoother and less dragging on the lips, but the darker they get with the more full coverage, they do tend to have that pull, and they're a little bit harder to control, which you can definitely see here. Still workable, you just have to be a little bit more cautious and work it, but just know that is the case. But even still, this is such a beautiful color. I can't wait to start wearing this in the deeper fall because this is right up my alley. Love. So that last one was really hard to clean up. It is so pigmented, it just smeared everywhere, so I am a mess now. But still a beautiful color, but just know when you wipe it off, you're going to want to be cautious, especially if you're eating or drinking. Be cautious because it's going to smear around a little bit because it is a little bit moisturizing when it's on the lips, but it's a beautiful color. The last color is Georgia, this dark, vampy, like dark burgundy color, which I absolutely love colors like this. So I'm really excited by it. I have not worn this just because I got this recently and I wouldn't wear it during the summer. But I love these vampy colors. Georgia. This is Georgia. A little bit of confusion with this one. So look at the color compared to my lips. I was all going off going, this is going to be vampy. This is going to be great. It is great. But it is most definitely a bright blue-based red, which wasn't exactly what I was looking for. Not that it's a bad thing, but yeah, this is the color that I wanted. And this one's absolutely beautiful, but it wasn't what I wanted when I purchased it. So it is a little bit different. It's not that it's a bad color, it's just that it wasn't what I was expecting. Again, like the last one, the ones that are more pigmented tend to drag. The ones that are more pigmented with full coverage tend to drag a little bit more, which makes them a little bit harder to control when you're putting on. Before I was saying once the wax build left, it was easier, not with these as much. So they're just a little bit, they're also not as moisturizing as the more sheer tones. So, you know, take that into consideration. So that is the final one. What do I think of these? Now, here's the thing. I've worn a few a couple times and they have the normal standard kind of wear time. Again, the more sheer ones tend to be a little bit more moisturizing and the darker ones tend to be a little bit, not matte. They're definitely not matte, but they have a more of a drier feel and a little bit more pull when putting on. Though they definitely are very pigmented, so they are going to leave transfer galore. But I mean, that's really standard with many of the darker, brighter shades that you'd use for winter or fall, unless you're using a matte, which these are not. It's interesting because the formula really varies across the board. Also, what I found was a lot of the lighter colors tend to be more warm tone based, and a lot of the medium to darker colors tend to be cooler based. So that's kind of interesting. They don't really have any light tones, at least in the 10 that I have, that are more cool tone, and they don't really have any of the darker colors that are more warm tone. So it's like it's kind of split in half. So that may disappoint some if you're looking for a warmer tone red or a darker color and it's not in this collection. And if you're a cool tone girl like me and you're like, hey, I want some cool tone lighter ones, there's not a lot of them, which is interesting. Because the formulas vary so much, I can't say across the board how they feel. I still have Georgia on, and I actually find this one to be the most drying of the collection, and I'm very much aware that it's on my lips right now. The darker ones all feel that way. The lighter ones with the sheer texture I really liked because they were extremely moisturizing and comfortable. So there's definitely a formula change compared to the darker to the lighter. I do think these are great lipsticks. I do. I don't think anything's too crazy in that Zoya is definitely going with the more traditional approach to lipsticks rather than going out and doing bold purples and blues and greens. That's not what they're catering to. This is very much a standard kind of lipstick collection of, you know, peaches, corals, reds, you know, well, there wasn't a burgundy. I thought this was going to be, but you know, the mauve colors. It's all within that range. So these are very friendly, safe colors. So what I will say is that if you like the more natural range of standard lipstick colors, these are great. The sales are phenomenal. Some of the formulas are absolutely amazing, while some of them are a little wah-wah. Some of the shades are a little bit deceptive. They look a lot different when you look at it versus being on the lips. But I definitely think it's worth the sale price. And when they have a major sale, get some of those nail polishes. You will not regret it. Amazing across the board. They have so many cool colors. I love Zoya's nail polishes. But pick up some of these lipsticks and see for yourself, because like I said, buy 2 polishes, get 3 lipsticks free. Yeah, definitely worth it. So that is my review today. Let me know if you've picked some of these up. I know a lot of people probably haven't because it's not as known, but I want to venture out into things that maybe people don't know as much about, because I think a lot of reviewers are covering some of the more obvious brands, and Zoya and some other companies that don't get as much love deserve it. So there you have it. So until next time, have a fabulous day. Bye.